What is going on? This is Daily G, episode number 9. And I'm smoking a lunatic cigar, in case you want to know. And I always have sweet tea. Anyway, hopefully you guys are doing well. Wanted to jump in today, and I wanted to talk to you about that music in the background. You hear that? Let me turn it up for you. Mastedon. Alright, let's crank this down a little bit. And let's talk about this. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you're staying happy, staying positive, and life is good for you. I believe it's always perspective of what's going on in your head. You choose to wake up and be happy. Life will happen, but can you choose to be happy? Anyway, alright, let's move forward. We've talked about a couple of these before, but I wanted to do something very specific and talk with you about Mastedon Lofcaudio. But first, we put out on gold disc, It's a Jungle Out There. And I gotta tell you, it turned out pretty spectacular. Look at that. Got the original cover here. For those of you that don't like our gold disc borders, you can just flip that bad boy over. And you get the Mastodon that you're used to. So we put this one out. Has the bonus tracks, Wasn't It Love, Islands in the Sky, which was live at Cornerstone, and Right Hand, which was also live at Cornerstone. So 3 bonus tracks on this album. And this is John and Dino Elefante's band. Pachyderm Records. Used to see that stamp everywhere, that John and Dino Elefante. But it's pretty nice. Pretty nice booklet inside. So I'll kind of go all through these real quick. So just all the lyrics inside. Front cover, back cover. There's the back tray for you. Scott Waters did the artwork on this one for me. I love Scott. He's such a great dude. We also did Mastedon Lofcaudio on CD. So there's the front. There's the back. It's got all the original songs on it with a cool elephant Mastodon on the back. Right there. This one also turned out spectacular. I mean, dude, look at this. There you go. It's gold. It's a gold disc, not silver. Here, comparison. Let's just compare real quick. Here you go. Okay. So, now you know. Turned out amazing. So again, got the original cover inside. In case you don't like the gold border, you want to flip it over to the original cover, you can do that. Let me pull out the booklet and just show you inside real quick. That's the insert. Then the lyrics. 8-page booklet in both of these. They turned out spectacular. But that's not even why I'm doing this video, because I've already showed you these. You've probably already seen them, and if not, at least you get a chance to look at them. Gold disc, both are now available on our website. But I wanted to talk to you about Mastodon, It's a Jungle Out There, which turned out great. That was actually on the turntable, so I can't actually pull the vinyl out and show you. But here's the sleeve. Full color sleeve. Kind of a heavier duty sleeve too. It's a black and yellow splatter. And this is the one I wanted to talk about. Lofcaudio. And I wanted to show it to you, because I think it turned out pretty spectacular myself. I like the word spectacular. Let me real quick pull the It's a jungle off the turntable because I actually want you to see the actual record itself. So let me do that. You gotta be careful pulling these things off. Anyway, ready? Tell me that doesn't kick butt. Striper, eat your hearts out. Why have you never done anything like this? Can you explain that to the Striper fans? But anyway, all right, so side A. All right, it's got the songs. Side A. And then you got side B. Let's rotate this puppy. There we go. Side. I'm looking through the hole. Yeah, I'm weird. So that turned out pretty spectacular. It's a nice heavyweight vinyl record. You notice how I hold them? In case you ever wanted to know. I hold it like this. See, my fingers are not touching. See? Don't touch your records with your fingers. And then you just slide it in. And then very, very carefully put it in there. Don't burn it with a cigar. Don't spill your drink on it. But don't set it down on the table. It's got condensation from your sweet tea. Make sure it's set in a dry space. Set them up straight. You can set them up like that. It's okay to angle them a little bit. Just make sure it's a nice cool room. You don't want those things warping. Alright, here's what this video is about. Mastodon Lofcaudio. I thought I'd show this to you because I'm going to tell you something. We've done some pretty cool vinyl. That Brave one turned out pretty amazing, didn't it? But this vinyl, hey, if you smoke cigars, remove your labels. Your label will compress the cigar, and then the drag of smoke won't come through. So, aren't you glad you know that? So Mastodon, holiest one, life on the line, run to the water, when it all comes down, and taken down below. That's side one. Then Stampede, living for you, thief in the night. People love this time, and it is done on side two. Side A, side B, side 1, side 2, call it what you want. Limited run vinyl. These both are limited run vinyl, as you probably know. Limited run vinyl. Done on Girder Records. Produced by John and Dino. But now I'm going to put my cigar down for this, because this is worthy of my full attention. So here's the inner sleeve. Which again also I thought turned out pretty spectacular. Again, Scott just did a wonderful job. But wait till you see this record. I know. Just take it in. Take it in for a second. Tell me that shouldn't be a scratch and sniff. It smells like grape. It doesn't smell like anything. But it looks spectacular, does it not? Look at this. Did that not turn out like stunningly well? So it's a translucent purple. It's got black and white splatter. And the really cool thing about translucent vinyl is you can see through it a little bit. See my finger up here at the top? See how I'm waving my finger behind it? Right? So it's translucent, so you can see through it a little bit. So you see all the colors from both sides. Right? So you're seeing the color from this side, but then you're seeing the colors on the opposite side show through this side as well. So you get that really, really deep effect. So again, it's on a heavyweight gram vinyl, but this album, as beautiful as it looks, wait till you hear it. It was completely remastered by Rob Caldwell, who did a stunningly just great job. And I mean, I'm telling you guys, that that song when it kicks in, "You Are the Holiest One," it's got so much life and so much depth, and it just brings out something from inside of you when you listen to that, and you get like the hair standing. Okay, I'm sensitive about hair. You get goosebumps on your arms when you listen to it. Okay, I'm being a little funny and being a little silly, but I'm going to tell you, it's such a stunning album from start to end. Every song. There's not a bad song on here. Life on the Line, Run to the Water. I'm going to put it on because I want you to hear how great this sounds. So here we go. We're going to drop this thing on, and I just want you to hear. It's just so good. It's spinning. It's coming. It starts up here. It doesn't start down here and build. It just like, John's voice is so strong. Drops out here for a second. And then it kicks back in. Listen. He's got that tone, that resonance to his voice that's so strong. It's so powerful. He just starts up here and just continues the whole song. You know, a lot of songs they'll weave in and out, up and down. This one just stays. All right, let me go to the next song. All right, so I'm going to drop it in the next song because it's so good too. This is Life on the Line, I think. Yeah, Life on the Line. I'm going to explain to you in a second why I'm talking about these songs. Let me do this. I'm going to leave this thing just softly in the background. I don't even know if you guys can hear it, but I want to explain something to you about having 5 songs aside on a vinyl record and the importance of not smashing too much music on. So what happens is records are made with these grooves, right? And the needle sits and it bounces back and forth and it vibrates, and that's what makes the sound. So all your records have all these grooves, and that's how the needle, you know, when the record's spinning, that's how it stays in one spot and slowly moves over because of the grooves that go around. So you got these grooves, and let's do it this way. So you have these grooves, and the needle sits down in here. All right? So the bass of your music is at the bottom of that peak. It's at the bottom, right? All the treble is up along the side, and the bass is down here. So what happens when you put too much music on, you have to do this, and you have to narrow it, right? And when you narrow it, the needle's not able to go all the way down, so you don't get that bass. So you can squeeze a lot more music on. You don't have to put 20, 25 minutes, but that's ideal because those grooves open up and that needle's able to set down in there, right? And that's another importance of, you know, heavyweight vinyl and things like that. When you hear people talk 180 gram, anywhere from like 140 to 180, it's a real sweet spot for vinyl, as long as you don't put too much music on. And I've seen people do it, and there's going to be vinyl that we're going to have to put a lot on just to fit everything on, so we don't have to strip songs. But it's important to get that full depth of all the music, and so we're really careful about how much music we put on each side of a record. Hopefully that makes sense. So we don't want to jam too much on. So, like in the sense of the Mastodon, we were shocked because we were actually able to get the Wasn't It Love on there. So even though it was 10 songs, the second side we were actually able to include that bonus track on here. There was enough room, was enough time. But if you're going to do quality product, you don't want to cut corners, and you don't want to do it cheap. So we set out, when we started limited run vinyl, to really put out the best quality product possible. And we really feel that with things like this Mastodon, these really awesome high quality inner sleeves, that we think we hit the target with this, and we're just really proud of this. Sounds great. There's just so much. Some of that Kansas sound comes out on some of these songs, but it's like very, very hard rock, and it's just got this melodic sound to it. So if you haven't heard the Mastodon Lofcaudio, and if you don't know anything about John Elefante, he was the lead singer of Kansas for a couple albums. Started Pachyderm Records with his brother Dino. They went on to do the studio project Mastodon and put out It's a Jungle, and then put out Lofcaudio. And It's a Jungle had a lot of different vocalists, and even though you do have like Dave Amato from REO Speedwagon, the guitarist for REO Speedwagon, he actually does some vocals on here, does some background vocals, and Bob Carlisle from Allies actually does background vocals on here. But you got John Elefante and Dave Amato and Tom Bowes doing most of the vocals on this album, and Tony Palacios does a lot of guitars along with Dino and Dave Amato and Michael Thompson. So we put all that information in here. So you have Dave Amato, who's a guitarist for Toto, does some background vocals because he's an amazing singer, good friends with John. He also does a lot of the guitar work along with Tony Palacios from Guardian on this album, and Dino, who's a great guitarist himself. So it's just a guitarist dream. It really is. And the production level is just top notch. It really is. Rob made it. I don't know how Rob could get it to sound better, but Rob Caldwell made this thing sound better than it already was. So we're just so proud to have this thing on vinyl. That purple splatter, I think it looks great. They just came in. We just got them. It's a limited pressing of only 200 copies. So if you want one, links down below. But that's really it. Other than I wanted to tell you about something, because this is actually really, really important. We have a new texting service that we set up. That and so if you want to get text from us, just send the word join to 201-948-0729. 201-948-0729. And do me a favor, if you like these videos and you like it that I review products and I show you the products, could you do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button down below? That would mean the world to me, and it will keep me going. It will keep me producing these. They take a lot of effort to get these things right, to get all the content together, to get the sound sounding great, to get the camera set up. And I would love to be able to bring you more, but I need you to subscribe. So please subscribe, and if you ring that bell every time I put up a new video, you'll be able to see. And if you like guitars, you're going to love this album. If you like cigars, it sounds even better. Just saying. And if anybody out there can ever find Tortuga cigars, I've been looking for those forever. Can't seem to find them. No, they're not Cuban. They're just called Tortuga. They're a Victor Vital cigar called Tortuga. So I'm looking for some. So if you want some free vinyl, all right, so subscribe. Click that button. Do it right now for me, all right? And then hit that bell. And make sure that you come and follow us on Facebook. Check on girdermusic.com for all the new releases. And for those that might be wanting to know, all the new arrivals are under the new stuff tab at the top. And there's a drop down. And it goes from new releases to new arrivals. Or maybe new items, something like that. But all the new things that we put on our website, that's where you'll find them on the site. So thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys. This is Daily G, episode number 9. This is Greg signing out. We'll talk to you in the next video.